I would like to say that we have made so many good friends during this whole process of hospice through the years, and it's been wonderful because people came to this office to learn about hospice, and we spoke to many people, as I said before, at the churches, in the town halls, and people were very eager to hear what this was all about. The volunteers that worked for us, and I don't know how many of them work still, a lot of the names that I have remembered, they're not here anymore, but they were there when we needed them, and they were great people. Jane Kenyon came into the office one day, said she wanted to be a volunteer, and she did. She became a volunteer, and we became very good friends. And she had been publishing her poetry, and I had started doing some painting, and we decided to pool our talents and come up with some cards for a fundraiser. They were a big hit, and we did take them to some kind of convention at one point, but they went fast. they sold fast, and so we have good memories with those. Another motive for me to come to work in hospice, I wanted it for Steve and I. I mean, even though we were young then, we knew the value of it and could see the value of it. Well, I did want to mention some of the people that maybe I did already mention the doctors from the beginning. Dr. Jack Kirk, Dr. Eberly, Dr. Evans, they were two that were very supportive. The VNA, I knew Jane Heald, Tanya Wilkie, so many, Andy Steele, Joyce Teal, many wonderful nurses that came and learned and worked in hospice. I think the reason why the hospice has done so well is because we started with some really strong people to begin with, and the clergy that were on our board originally, Rick Stecker was our minister at the time, and he was on the board. And my husband Steve was the first president. And so we had many good people with us at the beginning.
There was one event that we put on in the town hall of New London, and they were little clips of things that happened. And Charlie Giles was one of them. I can't remember what it was we asked him to do, but he talked, and he was just in high school at the time.
The doctors, nurses, clergy, social workers, volunteers, all those people, family, are making the decisions together on how to progress from here, not just one person. Right here in New London, the Cloughs, Dr. Clough, yeah. He was God. You know, he was the one. And I remember one patient, I took, she loved animals, and I made arrangements with this friend of mine that had just had a litter of puppies. And I took a puppy into her, snuck it in a bean bag. And she was so happy just to pet that and hold that puppy. And I heard later that Dr. Clough used to do that too. And so I don't know if I heard it later or before, but I did it. And I broke a few rules that day, but it was worth it. But the family really should, and the patient should be the ones that are making some decisions too, if they can.
A lot of people put this thing together.
Yeah.
And I think the best part about it was they came with an open mind to see what it was about, and Loa and her team really did a good job making it, what do I want to say, painless, if you will.
Thanks, Steve and Loa, for your efforts, and congratulations to the Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice for your 50-plus years of serving our communities. When we return, Ken Holmes will give us a tour of the just completed and dedicated fire station in Newberry. But first, let's dedicate this break to the supporters of your Yankee Chronicle.